Welcome to the Novice Builder, where every expert was once a novice.
Ever watch a drywall video online and think, yeah, I could totally do that? And then halfway through, you're covered in joint compound questioning your life choices? That's actually me right now, because this is my first time taping and mudding drywall. I've done a lot of research, watched plenty of tutorials, and I'm following best practices, but I'm learning as I go. So if I do something wrong, miss a step, or there's a better way to do something, please leave a comment and give me some feedback. I'd really appreciate it. Today I'm breaking down exactly how to tape and mud drywall, step by step. I'll show you what tools you actually need, the right order to do everything in, common beginner mistakes, and how to get clean results even if this is your first time too.
Before we jump into the tools, let's quickly talk about what taping and mudding drywall actually is, because understanding why you're doing this makes the whole process easier. When drywall is installed, it's hung in separate sheets. Where those sheets meet, you're left with seams, corners, and screw holes. If you painted the wall like that, you'd see every joint, every fastener, and every line. Taping and mudding is the process of reinforcing those seams with drywall tape, covering everything with joint compound, also called mud, blending it all together so the wall looks like one solid flat surface. The tape adds strength so cracks don't form later, and the mud hides the seams so once it's painted, you can't tell where one drywall sheet ends and the next one begins. Without tape and mud, seams would crack, screw heads would show, corners would chip easily. So this step isn't just about looks, it's what makes your drywall strong, durable, and ready for the next stages. Before you start, make sure you have the right tools and materials. Tools: putty knife, drywall knife, mud pan, and utility knife. Materials: pre-mixed joint compound, all-purpose or lightweight, drywall tape, paper or mesh, and drywall corner bead for outside corners, if not already installed. Pro tip: pre-mixed joint compound is best for beginners. If it feels too thick, add a small amount of water and mix until it's smooth and creamy. Step 1. Prep the mud. Before you start taping or spreading, get your mud ready for a smooth, flawless finish. Using Mirko M7. Ready mix mud. Open the container and give the mud a quick stir to loosen it and remove any settled liquid. Make sure it's creamy and spreadable. Scoop out a small amount into your mud pan. No additional mixing needed. Pro tip: even though it's ready mixed, a quick stir ensures an even consistency and prevents lumps. This makes spreading easier and avoids bumps or bubbles later. Note: I screwed this part up. I rushed this ceiling section, and that's why there's a gap here. Tight joints matter for clean taping and mudding, so that's a lesson learned for next time. I left this in to show the real build process, mistakes included, and how I worked through it. If you see a better way to handle this, or notice something I missed, feel free to leave a comment. Step 2. Fill the seams, first coat. Start with your flat seams. Load your putty knife with joint compound. Apply a thin, even layer directly over the seam. Use steady pressure and work in long strokes. You're not trying to build thickness here. This coat's only job is to embed the tape. Step 3. Apply and set the tape. Flat seams. Press drywall tape directly into the wet mud. Use your knife to embed it, starting from the center and working outward. Remove excess mud, but don't scrape it dry. The tape should sit flat with no bubbles or wrinkles. Step 4. Cover the tape. Second coat. Once the first coat is completely dry, it's time for the second coat. Use an 8 or 10-inch knife. Apply a wider, thinner layer over the seam. Feather the edges so it blends into the wall. This coat is all about hiding the tape and flattening the joint. Step 5. Drywall corners and screw holes. Screw holes. Apply mud over each screw. Pull tight with the knife. 2 to 3 thin coats work better than 1 thick coat. Outside corners. Apply mud on both sides of the corner beam. Pull your knife evenly to keep the corner straight and sharp. Let everything dry fully before moving on to the next stage. Here are the biggest mistakes to avoid. Using too much mud. Not letting coats dry fully. Pressing too hard and pulling tape loose. Trying to make everything perfect in one coat. Drywall finishing is more about patience and control than speed. Since this is my first time doing this, I'm focused on learning and improving with each coat. It's not perfect, but every pass gets cleaner and smoother. If you're new to drywall too, this gives you a realistic idea of what your first time might look like, and that's okay. This is one of those skills where practice really matters. Each coat is a chance to correct what didn't look right and improve on the next one. Here's the full process in a time lapse. If this video helped you understand how to tape and mud drywall, make sure to check out the rest of my drywall playlist. I've already uploaded videos on drywall ceiling installation and drywall on wall framing. Those videos cover the steps that come before taping and mudding, so if you haven't seen them yet, the links are in the description. The next video in this series will cover sanding and finishing drywall, so you'll see how to complete the wall after the tape and mud stage. If you notice anything I could improve, or if there's a better way to do something, leave a comment and share your feedback. It helps me learn and helps everyone else watching too.
So make sure you're subscribed and check out the full drywall playlist to follow the entire build process.
Make sure to hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out my upcoming project and videos.